if it happens, it happens. If I end up in the middle of rural Japan and Rachel's left me, then so be it. As long as I have electricity and internet connection, I can still post these podcasts, and you can check in on me every week to see how I'm doing. And I'll be growing potatoes and leeks and getting eaten by mosquitoes.
That would be quite the turnaround. What's going on, everyone, and welcome back to another episode of the Dual Hemisphere Hangout. My name is Luke, and join with me each and every week. I do have my lovely co-host Jake. Jake, my man, say hello to the people.
Hello. How are we doing? It's cold. I'm cold. I'm freezing. I should have done my research to convert 8 degrees centigrade into Fahrenheit, but I haven't. But like, first time in single digits this year, no, maybe last week, but I wasn't awake when it was single digits. Fair. That makes a difference when I'm all tucked up in bed and I'm boiling and I'm nice and warm and cozy. Got up this morning and I walked out into the kitchen in my boxers, and as I usually do, to the coffee machine, and I'm there like zombied. And then I was like, holy Jesus Christ, this is cold. I woke up so quickly, like really quickly. I was like, oh. Ran back into the bedroom, put my sweatpants on, put my hoodie on, and I was like, oh, that's a bit better. But the sun's coming out now. I think we're going to reach a tops of 18. So it's going to double in temperature.
Okay. That's okay.
So it's going to be a nice weekend. I need to kill some ants. Our drive has been bombarded.
Ants suck.
Oh, man. It's the little ones that they're not coming in the house, so I'm not too bothered, and I've tried to give them ample time to evict the property. Like, they're not supposed to be here. Like, can you not, please? Can you go somewhere else?
Yeah.
But they keep building these little sand mound hills, and our drive is huge. Like, you could fit maybe 9 cars on our drive. Mm-hmm. It's like just covered in sand, and now it's really pissing me off because I've had to sweep it like 6 times. We've got house inspections coming up, so unfortunately, I'm going to have to put down the little ant crystals, and they're going to take it back to the queen, and they'll be like, an offering! And then they're all going to die.
Yes. You're sentencing them to death, my friend.
Yeah.
That's okay, because ants are fucking annoying, and I hate them as well. They just suck. I didn't realize, like, how prominent they were until I was living in Florida, because I would see the ant hills everywhere, like again, like on the sidewalks, pretty much everywhere. And I'm just like, I don't know. I guess I never really just either paid much attention to it or not. But I guess when you stand in one place for 5 or 6 hours, you start noticing things in your environment a little bit more. So I'm just like, what the fuck is? I remember the first time I didn't know what it was. So I'm like, what the fuck is this thing? So I kicked it.
Oh no!
And then I had a bunch of red ants crawl up my leg. That wasn't fun.
Yeah.
But you know.
These ones don't bite from what I've. They're way too small. They're not like the like what they call bullet ants or something, like big bullet ants that nip. But no, they've stayed past their welcome. I've also noticed that they're in the back garden as well, so that's going to be a whole other story because I've just seeded that. I've just grass seeded it. This is where this little corker of a spot came from. I was put to work by Miss Raquel. I had to rake up all of the dead grass, bro. My back
fucking sucks.
And I look like Arnie. I'm fucking ripped. But it looks horrendous. Like the garden looks horrendous, but it won't look horrendous. Hopefully, in the next coming days, we've had a lot of rain.
That's good.
So that will help the initial seeding. I just need to keep on top of keeping it nice and hydrated now, and then hopefully. We've got a house inspection in 20 days. We should have some seeding happening. If not, I'm absolutely cooked because the garden is just soil and sand.
Yeah. Well, hopefully it'll grow. It'll grow. We gotta stay positive, guys. Keep that positive spin on everything. So
I really hope
good,
so.
I've
never had any luck really in just gardening in general, keeping things alive. Apart from my one chili plant. I have one chili plant that has survived every winter we've been here, survived the crows, because we had some lovely cucumber plants growing. I was so proud of those bastards. And then the crows came and
Yeah.
ate them all. Ate them all. I was like, maybe I'll just sacrifice a chili plant just as vengeance to these little
Yeah.
fuckers. Like, go and eat one of them. You won't like that, will you?
Yeah.
When you're blowing your guts
No,
out
you
on the middle of
won't.
the road.
It's true. They definitely do not like that shit. That's for damn sure. That's funny.
So that's
Yeah,
been,
gardening is something I've never been blessed with. Like, I just
yeah.
nope, can't do it. Nope,
I
don't
mean,
have
I
it. Well, a
love the
lot of my
idea of
family
it.
likes to garden.
Yeah,
Yeah,
I think it becomes as you get older, gardening becomes more and more accessible, and you start to understand. I just don't. Yeah, I have not got the green fingers at all. I can't do it.
yeah. Same.
Everything dies.
I can't keep a plant alive. Like, don't give me a plant. People are like, "You're moving into a new place. Let me get you a housewarming plant." I was like, "Don't do that. It's gonna die." The only plant that I ever managed to keep alive was a money tree that me and my friend got when we first moved in together. But to be fair, he took care of that. Um, and then I inherited a Monstra plant
Yes.
from an ex girlfriend of mine, well, who was my girlfriend at the time, then became my ex, and then I let it die because I was like, I don't want that
You
thing.
nasty.
So that thing, but I was listen, I didn't care. I was like, I'm not gonna stare at you anymore. So I let that sucker die.
They're nice plants.
Um,
It seems to be a
they are
girlfriend.
nice.
The
It was nice.
yeah, the
Yeah,
monsteras, they're just everywhere. Rachel's always had at least one, at a minimum of
yeah.
two.
But
Well,
it's a nice plant, and I would have kept it alive, but I was like, nope,
no,
not for me.
it's tied to
Too many Mickey
nasty
Mouse.
things.
Too many Mickey Mouse ears on that one.
Oh man, not diddly, not diddly.
Yeah.
uh,
Oh man, what a time.
yeah, so that's been my initial rant over the way. Like, I don't think I've got
Yeah.
much more in the rant tank at the moment. I'm sure it'll
Yeah.
all come flooding
No.
back to me.
Oh, it always does, doesn't it? Yeah, I mean, honestly, my week's been pretty tame for once. I was very surprised. It was a The week went by fast. I mean, I didn't really nothing crazy happened. It was actually just kind of just a normal week. I was just busy, but like when you stay busy, you stay busy.
Time
So
flies,
besides
man.
that, I mean, yeah, I mean, literally, it was. I would say overall, the life of Luke this week was just pretty mildly tame. Nothing exciting happened. It was just a normal week. I will say though, I did go on a little bit of I don't know what it was. I think I went on a little bit of a movie binge this past weekend. I was just for some reason I was just really feeling. I just really wanted to watch some grade grade A action movies that ended up not being grade A action movies, and they were all pretty mid at best.
Did you try to, like,
But
push the frontier out a little bit, go a bit out your comfort zone, or are they movies that you've already, like,
uh no,
watched?
they're movies I've never seen before. I was just like, well, I pay fucking $23 a month for Netflix, so I might as well fucking use it, right? So I was like, I was scrolling, and then I was just like, you know what? I was like, I think I what was it? I saw a movie. What's the actor's name? I can't even remember. Jason Statham, just an action star. He
Yeah.
does bunches of movies. I saw like it just popped up that one of his movies was leaving Netflix. It was called Homefront. It was a solid movie. It wasn't great by any means. It was just Jason Statham, what was he? He was ex FDA agent, busted a gang for cocaine, turned on them. Then 5 years later, he moved to the bumfucks of nowhere, and for some fucking reason, I can't remember his name. What is the guy's name? What is that actor's name? I can't remember his name. No, I can't remember his
I'll
name.
never be able to
He
get
was
it
a,
because I do not watch
yeah,
movies.
it's fine. It's fine. It's fine. But for some reason, this guy who's best known for Spider-Man is here, and he's the villain, and his name is Crocodile. And it was just it was a fun movie. It was nothing serious or anything like that. And so I was like, all right, well, you know what? That was decent. I'll watch some more action movies. There's like, well, honestly, one of my favorite actors of all time is Liam Neeson. Love Liam Neeson. Think he's a great actor. I love Taken, obviously, as a teenager, one of my favorite movies of all time. Really liked his movies, so I'm like, well, I wonder what he's been up to. So I watched 3 Liam Neeson movies that weekend,
Okay.
and they were all
Mid?
he just likes the cold. That's what I've learned. I watched Liam Neeson be a cowboy that was working on the Mexican border who took a little Mexican boy to Chicago. That was actually the best movie out of the three. And it's the only movie that made me gasp because in the movie they shot the dog. And I was like, what the fuck? Anytime I was like, I hate it when that's like the go-to, like because you're gonna get a reaction out of it, out
Yeah,
of anyone when that happens. That was probably the best one. But then I watched Liam Neeson. This is how Liam Neeson is a ice road trucker, and he trucks across the ice, and
fair.
somehow two people die, and it was awful. It was so bad. I did not care, but I was powering through it, and then I said, you know what, I'm going to give Liam Neeson in the snow one more chance, and so I watched a movie where he was a snowplow driver who was avenging the death of his son who was set up and killed by drug cartel people, and so it was basically Taken but in snow, and it was kind of funny. But yeah, it was just mid as shit. And
Yeah,
so
okay.
yeah, it
Completely
was I was
understand.
just like yeah, I was just on a kick. And then I finished up that weekend by watching Extraction, which was yeah, the actor who plays Thor in it. And that was actually the best movie I watched that weekend. It was a good, straight up, I would say if I had to put a rating out of 7, a good old 7 out of 10 action movie. Shots were nice, the drama was nice, it had some good heartfelt moments, the camera work was actually really, really good. Plot was non-existent other than like, "Gotta go save this boy," and that's what we're doing, we're extracting this boy to get him back home, and that was about the plot, but there were some good moments in between that, and that was probably the highlight of the weekend, and then I decided to be like, I'll watch a Thor movie, so I watched the 2nd Thor movie, and God, was it awful. The 2nd Thor movie is just straight it's not bad. It's mid as fuck. Like, it's just not it doesn't live up to the rest of the Thor movies at all. The highlight of the movie is Loki, obviously, because he just
Yep.
steals the show anytime he's on the screen. And God, him and the main girl, Natalie Portman, they just do not have any chemistry on screen. It is just like you could tell they got Natalie Portman just to get Natalie Portman, like get a famous actress in the MCU. But gosh, she has like no chemistry with Thor and that movie. And that explains why they did not bring her back for the 3rd movie. Um but then they brought her back for the 4th movie. So I'm just like, I don't know what's going on anymore.
Did the
But
did the third one tank as well, or was that just like
no, the 3rd one was the 3rd one is by far probably one of the best received Marvel movies there is. It's divisive. It's very comedy focused, but action focused, and so, there's a lot of people out there who's like, "Get your comedy out of my superhero movies," and I'm like,
oh,
"Fuck it,
okay,
if
yeah.
it's good. It's good comedy, fucking keep it in there." And then the 4th one, they brought her back, because in the comics, there's a Lady Thor, and she takes on as Lady Thor. And that movie, they actually do have good on-screen chemistry, but I don't know, maybe it just took a while. But I just watched that one because like I haven't watched the 2nd one in a really long time. I remember it was bad, but I was 19 watching it, so I mean, I can't. How can I know how good a movie is? And so I was like, let me
I don't
rewatch
know.
it,
There's
and then
some
I
film
rewatched like,
connoisseurs out there that love
yeah,
watching all of the absolutely every movie that comes out.
yeah,
I think I had a friend at uni that was like that. That would sit for no matter what genre, horror, action,
mhm,
thriller, crime, like would sit through it all. Everything that came out that week, watch everything. I
yeah,
don't know if he was trying to get some like Rotten Tomatoes, like reviewer cred or whatever,
yeah,
like where you have like trusted reviewers in a way.
yeah,
But nah, I don't
maybe,
have a clue
yeah,
how he I just don't I don't see the pull in watching movies.
yeah,
I've got brain rot brain. I need input. I like input.
yeah,
I can't sit and
yeah.
watch.
That's fair.
That's why we play games. That's why we play games
That's
over
why we
here because
that
games are
is
easier.
why we play games. Games are easier, they much are, and there is because when like it just depends. I mean, for me, I can sit there and watch a movie, but like I can just tell if I'm invested. If I'm invested, the time goes by really fast, and if I'm not invested, I'm on my phone for half of it, and
Mm.
I'm like very much paying attention to the plot. But I'm also one of those people who have. But when it comes to video games and movies, I will say I will. I will power through a movie, but I will not power through a game. If I do not like the
Oh
game, I'm
no,
like,
you
ah,
can't. You can't. It's
ah.
just get this,
I mean, it's a
bin it
time
off,
commitment. I mean, it's like
refund
an
it.
hour. It's an hour and a half. You know, if you don't vibe with the movie, you're like, ah, I've only wasted an hour and a half of my life. If you don't vibe with the game, you're like, ah, that kind of sucked. That was $70 down the
Yeah, oof.
street.
It's a big hit. It's a big hit.
Yeah,
Um,
that is a big hit.
oh, I know what I mean. I'm trying to think of like what else has happened during the week. I got my review. I went in.
Oh, you finally did. Let's go.
I
You
I I went
demanded
in
it.
like a all grown up, and I was like, I'm not happy here. No, it was much more aggressive than that. I came in with like a double loaded shotgun. Like I had both cartridges ready, and I sat down. I went, right, you've read my email, correct? He was like, yeah. I was like, what are you gonna do about it? And he was like, um, so there's going to be improvements in place. He was like he pretty much agreed with everything that I said, and it's not. It is his job to manage us all. Like
Yeah,
he's a
it's the
facility
manager.
director, but in the grand scheme of things, he is a CEO in a way. So it's
Mhm.
not like his job to be that hands on. But
Yeah.
he's the only one I can go to at the moment because my second in command down from him is brand new, doesn't
Mhm.
understand the ropes,
Yeah.
can't really throw his weight around as much as
Yeah.
as his job description says he can. Mainly because he feels like
He's new.
you can't lead without knowing what you're talking about.
Very true.
Uh,
Very true.
so I went in and I was like, I applied for this job 2 years ago. You had all these promises. You've given me none of them. None of them. And like 1.1 on my job description. Like, you're not even hitting that. I mean, come on, that's the basics. That's the first bullet point on my job. Like, what's going on here? And he completely agreed. And he was like, right, I'll see what I can do. I'll see what I can work. And then he did his usual of offering me another job because he loves just giving people jobs. So I'm pondering it at the moment. It's going to be
Yeah.
a very, very big risk if I do decide to take it because
Mhm.
it would mean coming out of permanent employment and going into contract, which is fine. It. I don't know if it'd be more money. It could potentially be, but I imagine he can't just pull money out of thin air. But my contract would be paid for by a research grant fund. It would mean going to the research side, and I'm not. I'm not that keen because I think I'm only not that keen because I got scarred when I did a PhD and I got nowhere
Yeah.
with it. And my
Mhm.
supervisor basically just took me for a free £10,000 investment into his
Mhm.
laboratory, and then I just left after 9 months because I
Yeah.
saw that there was no legs to it. This would have legs to it, and I was like, why would you offer me this now? Like you just tainted my brain. I've come in. You basically agreed to everything that I wanted, and then, and then you
Then
throw
you
in this
offered me another job
curveball.
because it's unfortunate probably because he can't give you what you're asking for, right? He's like, I can't fulfill whatever you're asking for in your job requirements, despite you taking that job. Most likely. So he's like, you know, what, how about we just give you a new job and I can actually fulfill the requirements because I'm telling you personally that this is your job now. Yeah, I mean, you gotta do what's best for you. I was like, I don't know. I feel like contract work is always iffy because it would be like, all right, I'm putting you on a contract for 6 months to do this research paper or research or whatever you're doing. And then they can either A, renew your contract or not, or the contract just expires because they don't have anything else for you to do. And then you're out of a job.
Yeah,
That's the tough part.
he's hit me at the
And if it's
perfect
not
time
from
as
what,
well. Because if I like
yeah,
sign this
because if
contract
it's,
now and it goes for a year,
yeah,
sorry, look, I'm interrupting. Um,
oh, you're fine.
like it's just a month after my rent has ceased. So like I'll always have a job and I can just leave my rental, like, and then just move back home. It would be a big
Yeah,
move,
I mean,
but like it's perfectly timed to where my contract renewal will be coming up like a month before, and it'll tie exactly with my rental renewal. I don't have to
Mm,
have that weird, awkward conversation with the landlord and the housing agency and going, "I've got no job." And they're
yeah,
like, "But you just
fair.
signed for another year of your contract." I was like, "Yeah, but I can't pay it." So it's like, "Are we evicting you or are you getting another job?" It's like, "Well, let me work on that for a little moment."
I'm
Um,
going to England.
yeah.
I'm
And then,
fleeing the country.
um, but I've never had job satisfaction. I've gone through 3 jobs now, like really, really
Yeah,
good ones. People that jobs where people aspire to work in that position, and not one of them has
yeah,
actually ticked the box for me. So
yeah,
in the back of my mind, I'm wondering, is it worth shaking the six and trying to do what I did all those many years back when I tried to do a PhD, but actually getting paid for it? Because I wasn't getting paid in a PhD; it was coming out of my own pocket. Um,
yeah.
and part of me goes, "Yeah, mate." So I'm tempted. I'm using this weekend to sit on it. I'm going to drink on it.
Yeah.
Gonna have a couple of beers, think about it, and then if I come back out the other side and I'm hungover and I still want to do it, then my brain's in the right place.
Yeah, fair.
um, but yeah, that's been the majority of my week. Well, the anxiety of building up to, because I had my meeting on Wednesday. I pinged the email on Tuesday and he was like, "Let's meet tomorrow." And I was like, "Oh," and then I had that whole anxiety of going into work knowing that this meeting could go south quick,
Yeah.
like really quick. I said to Rach on the train, I texted going, "This could be the final day. You need to get another job because we can't afford the house." But I don't. It went well. I'm glad it went
Good.
semi well. Um,
Yeah.
but we shall see. Also the other caveat to doing research is that I'll have to write papers and go to conferences, and I don't do well at conferences because everyone has a fucking
Ick.
ego. And I can't do with egos, man. Like, if you
Yeah.
come at me and you try using your position as a one up, nah, mate, I'm just gonna, yeah, I'm gonna ruin your life. I'm gonna tell
Yep.
you that all your work is is useless. Why are you even here?
Yep.
I've
Yeah,
done
so
it
you
once,
got
and
it. They're like
I did it to a surgeon, and he was not happy. He was not happy.
no, no, that's in the same boat. I'm the same way. Every time I go to a conference, I'm like, do not talk to me. Do not call me out. Because you have an ego and I have an ego. And I think that you're shit, but I have the confidence to say it, and you don't know fuck all about me. So you can't say shit.
Yep.
And
Don't
so
try and
I'm
wave
just
your little
like,
badge. Going,
yeah, no, I was like,
look at
oh,
me.
I've got all these fancy degrees and diplomas, bitch. I don't give a fuck.
Bet
Right?
your wife's
Like, you
cheating
don't
on
know
you.
what the fuck. Fair. No, I'm like, no. Like, there's, last conference I went to, we were sitting there and we are talking to someone. Someone was presenting that does like all the laws for childcare or as a um, part of the government that does all the laws for childcare. And so she was going over all the like the new law changes and stuff like that. Anytime one of us went to ask a question, she did not know the answer to the questions we were asking. And I'm like sitting there in the back of the freaking thing, and like they're just like keep asking, and I'm just like, yo, what the? I'm like getting annoyed, visibly like annoyed. And then she was like, oh, no. And then I just raised my hand. She's like, yes, sir. I was like, why are you? I literally said, why are you here if you don't know the answers to the question? What's the point of this? You're telling us that you're here to answer all of our questions, but you can't answer any of our questions. And she's like, well, I was like, I'm not trying to be rude, but I'm like, we're asking you a very important question about it was about epinephrine being in stock in all of our schools, despite children maybe having an allergy to epinephrine. So we're like, why are we? What is the benefits, and why is it being passed, and when is it getting passed, and how is it going to go about? Oh, we don't know. Then why the fuck? And I literally said, I cursed, and I was like, why the fuck has it been passed? I was like, me as someone who works in childcare, me as someone who runs a childcare center, I am not instilled in the confidence in what you're telling me, nor am I now instilled in the confidence of of the department is implementing all this stuff. And they just got real quiet, and they're like, I'm sorry." I'm like, "It's," I was like, and then, of course, when someone says, I'm like, "It's okay." But it's just like, but I'm just like, I gotta sit here for 40 minutes and hear you not answer questions. She ended the session
Especially when you
after that, like 5
yeah,
minutes
especially when you're the
afterwards.
representative of that.
Yeah, I mean, it's embarrassing. I felt bad for her a little bit, but I'm just kinda like, but I'm also sitting here for 40 minutes, and I'm getting annoyed because I'm also getting annoyed at the people who keep asking the fucking questions. Because 'cause I'm like, "Y'all, you already know that she doesn't know the fucking answer, so why are we just answering it? Let the bitch just talk for 40 fucking minutes." Um, but, like, yeah, and then I just don't like that department. I think that department sucks personally, and I think they're just a bunch of people who don't know what the fuck they're doing. And they don't have the best interest of childcare because I think it's very, very dumb. I've talked to so specifically about that law, so many people in the health industry, the people who do a lot of our MAT certification, who teach us all how to administer it, and we're talking about that, and they think it's a bunch of shit too, because they're basically saying if you see someone who's going into an allergic reaction or going into shock from it, that we have to inject them with epinephrine. And I'm like, what if they're allergic and we don't know they're allergic? You're still telling us to inject them with epinephrine? Like, that would kill them. Like, that would kill someone.
Yeah.
Like, they're having they're going into shock. Like, what if they're allergic and we don't know because it's not a known allergy? But it's also a thing where, like, what does what happens, right? Like, you inject someone with epinephrine who has an epinephrine allergy, which is very real. There isn't much you can do for that kid. If a kid unfortunately goes into shock due to a peanut allergy, and they're also allergic to epinephrine, of all things, like, they're cooked regardless. But at that point, you're just cooking them quickly.
Yeah.
like, like it's not good.
It's not good at all.
You know? No, it's so dumb. So I'm just like, that's so I was like, that's so dumb. And so when I saw that law was passed, was one introduced, let alone passed, I'm just like, what are we doing? We have a bunch
Do
of people.
kids
What it is
have, like,
we
do you have, like, mandatory, allergy reports? Because that would
we make yeah, we make children, they like anytime they go to the doctor or get a shot record or anything, we get them updated. We have a very concrete allergy list with everyone that's allergic to everything. It's posted in all of our classrooms. It's listed in our map binder. Like, we take every precaution that we can for allergies. But it's just saying, like the laws, the argument in the law is saying that, like, hey, you may not know, this child may not know that they're allergic to kiwi, and you serve kiwi for lunch, and the kid eats kiwi, and they go into shock because they're eating kiwi and their throat starts closing up. And you're like, "Oh no, what do we do? Well, we can't give them epinephrine because we don't have a form or an EpiPen for this child, so we can't give it to him." And now the child's choking or dying or whatever. Like, it is, I get the reasoning behind it, but it's just like, yes, we should have. Yes, I see the benefit, but it's like, but now you're basically saying anytime someone is going into shock or anything that we deem as shock, we're allowed to inject them with epinephrine. And then that just poses the danger because then you don't know who could be allergic to epinephrine because guess what? They've never been tested for it. And I'm telling you right the fuck now, I am not injecting a fucking kid with epinephrine and killing that kid. I'm not
no,
doing it.
because at the end, it
I
comes back on
cannot
you.
have that. I cannot have I cannot have that on my conscience, and I'll be damned if I'm gonna ask my employees to do that. Like, it's a dumb law. I hope it gets revoked. I really do. But yeah, that was the last time I got heated at a conference. And
Yeah.
so they hate to see me coming, I'll tell you that.
And then the other thing I have with conferences is they always put me in nice places, and I don't wanna work in nice
Yeah,
places. Yeah,
same, same.
I just wanna go out and have a beer and sit on the beach or, like,
Yeah,
go and look at the city, and I get
yeah.
locked in a hotel room and
Mhm.
a meeting hall, and then everyone gets sick because
Oh, yeah, they do.
all the mingling. and everyone's come
Oh,
from
yeah.
different places on the planet, and then you come home and you feel absolute garbage,
Yep.
and you've not got anything from it, and
Yeah.
I just
It
that
sucks,
part
but
of the
it's a
job does
part of
not.
it, unfortunately.
Yeah, I'd have to do it, and
Unfortunately. Yeah, you would.
I mean, maybe if I'm really bad at that part of my job, because he's already hired me at that point, they can't sack me for just that part. So maybe,
Yeah.
maybe like they could just not send me.
That'd be true. That
It'd
could
be a
be a
lot, and
possibility.
it'd be a lot of writing and a lot more. I, I,
It would
I
be.
don't know if I'd sacrifice job conditions as well, which would be a very bad thing. I don't want to sacrifice job conditions at all because my union agreement is something else. I've never seen anything like it coming here. It's just they they literally can't ask me to do anything without permission from like the union. It's I am one of the most protected souls in Australia, barring the
Mhm.
nurses. The nurses like they have that shit on lock. And because they're
Oh,
all
yeah.
fully unionized, like the scientists aren't.
Mhm.
Like some people are in, some people aren't, but like every nurse is in the union. So it's like if
Yeah.
you pick a one, you're dealing with the
You're picking
whole
them off.
workforce.
Oh, yeah, they're coming for you.
Yeah. So we'll see where that goes. I don't think
That's exciting.
I may take it, I may not. It's just I feel severe guilt that I'm also shafting my colleagues. But
Mhm.
I'm also getting shafted this year because they all have long service leave. So they have
Yeah.
vast amount of annual leave stocked up, ready to go. I think one
Yeah.
of them is taking every Monday off for the next 2 years. One of them is taking the next 3 months off, and then one of them is currently just taking the next month off, but
Okay.
has way more in the bank. Um,
Oh, wow.
and then guess who's got none? It's me.
You but you could in the
No,
future if you
I've got 3 weeks. I want a
yeah,
bit more saved up because
yeah.
if my mum doesn't come out, I'm gonna be going straight back to the UK. Um,
Fair.
and maybe never coming back. No, I need to come and get my stuff. Oh my god, I've got all
Yeah,
my
you're gonna have
gizmos
to
and all my
yeah, you're
office.
gonna have to get you're gonna have to get your stuff. But
But
no,
we'll see
that's
where
fair.
that goes.
Yeah.
Because me and Rach have not really got a solid plan here. I'm not too worried about the contract. Like if the
Yeah,
contract,
for sure.
it kind of gives me a kick up the ass and say like,
Yeah.
well, make a decision. Contract's up. What you
Mhm.
doing?
Yeah.
Well,
That's
now
fair.
I'm
That
just in a spiral loop of I could just continuously do this for the end of time
mhm,
until I see my
yeah,
days out.
mhm.
It's-
That's fair. I mean, the only negative is if you do go to the UK, we have to change the name of the podcast.
no, 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 no.
We'll have to
The
be.
single
We'll no longer
hemisphere
be the
hangout.
the one hemisphere. Hangout. I'm just kidding. Of course, that's
SHH
so
instead
dumb.
of DHH. No, well, maybe, maybe.
No, maybe that time. Maybe by that time we'll be like, we're just rebranding completely. And we're giving a whole new name. It's like, all right, it's the end of an era. We're no longer in two separate hemispheres. We're back at it.
Episode 100 as we rebrand again.
As again, actually, episode 100 is coming up quick.
It is. What are we on now?
80. This is our 81st episode of the Dual
80th.
Hemisphere Hangout.
Oh man,
81st.
we're
This
gonna have
one
to
we're
plan something.
recording.
We're gonna have to plan a little pie, a little something special.
Oh, we're gonna have to
Uh,
plan something.
I'm gonna have to get
We got
a
some stuff in
nice
the works.
bottle
We
of
got we
whiskey.
got some stuff in the work. Oh yeah.
Got a nice bottle of
Oh
whiskey
yeah.
to.
Not, yeah.
Uh,
I'll crack
it's the
open a
one that
good
I keep
old
eyeing up.
another.
It's $1,900. It's good.
Well,
It was.
I gotta up my game up. I don't think there's $1,000 bottle of Monster I can buy.
I mean, you could buy a car. You could buy a fucking pallet. You
That's true.
could buy a pallet. But
There's
no,
just in the background. The background's just cases of Monster.
it makes it only appeals to me because it is barreled close to my
Okay.
birthday.
Fair.
30 years
That's
old. So like
Ooh.
it's as old as I am.
Yeah.
That's cool. Now if I could email, it's Glenfiddich, so like I could just email them and go, this serial number, when was it barreled? And if it was on my birthday, then that would be the easiest purchase of my life. It's coming straight out of the joint savings account. I don't care. Rachel's paying for half
Yeah.
of it as well because I don't have the money to pay for it. She's going to see this little notification ping up going $2,000 at Dan Murphy's. Why are you spending $2,000 at the bottle shop?
You understand it was made on the day I was born. It's very important.
We
It's
have a
me.
running joke at the moment because when I first saw it, it was on sale. Like they
Yeah.
docked it on the price. So now we have a running joke every time we go in because every Friday I get a 6-pack to drink over the weekend.
Yeah.
And we walk past it and go, oh, I can't buy it. It's not on sale. But what happens the next time where it is on sale? Because the running joke is, well, I'm going to have to buy it now because it's on sale.
Yeah. It's on sale $1 off.
Also, the box is not in fantastic condition. Well, it's not in a box. It's in like I'm assuming it's plastic, but it might look. It's like it's like vines going around it into like a circular case. So it's really fucking nice case. But it's not in the best condition. It's all scratched up and stuff. And for $2,000, I'd have thought that they've kept it in a cabinet, so it should be in a good condition. Why is it fucked up? But it looks like it's been there a while. No.
That's fair.
But maybe one day for the 100th episode,
one day.
I'll buy a
The
2-gram
100th.
bottle of whiskey and we'll
There
just
you
call
go.
it there.
In the pod. All right, guys, pop. That's it. You don't even get an intro. You just hear a pop. That's it. No, that would be that's cool though. I mean, regardless, I mean, that's exciting. The contract is very exciting, and obviously, you know, the potential, you know, if it's time for you to just to go back home, you know, that's always great as well. I mean, I always say there's nothing wrong with going back home. It is at the end of the day, it is home. It's where your family is. It's where your friends are for the most part. And at the end of the day, you know, it's home. And you can, like I said, your job is thankfully such a in-demand job that you will always have a job, which is always really nice.
Yeah, I think I've been knocking it on the head though. I think this is the last shake of the 6 in science. I think.
There you go.
Yeah, that would be the be all and end all. It's not a very fulfilling career, medical science.
Yeah.
I'd put for our 20 listeners or whatever it is. If we ever pick up and you ever come back to this episode and you realize and you want any advice, and God forbid you're in a very niche. It's a very niche situation where you subscribe to us, you go back to this podcast, you somehow find episode 80, and you're thinking about going to school to do medical science. Maybe find something else.
Fair.
Be prepared to be overworked, underpaid, and not very fulfilled.
There you go.
Unless you absolutely love it. And I haven't met a single person who does.
Yeah.
In my tenure in this career space. Now, can I find something that will actually fulfill me? Who knows? Who knows? I'm hoping that my lifestyle hasn't adjusted to a higher inflation of pay. Because wherever I go, whatever I do, if it's brand new, it's going to be entry level. I'm not senior, but I'm mid career at this point. I'd say they still define me as early career because 30 is really early in the career, but I'm at the middle level of employment. That drop down might have a little bit of a system shock, mainly because I probably can't save as quick as what I am right now. I'm very much liking how much the savings account is going. It's a very nice projection, which we would lose. Keep saying to Rich, I keep sending her Instagram ads. I saw another house in Hokkaido in the middle of fucking nowhere for $24,000, bro. It had sea views on stilts. It looked great. It had a porch. Oh, bro, let me try and find this porch. I don't know if you're going to be able to see it on the camera. If I had a beer and a deck chair and I just sat on that porch, I would never have to work a day in my life again. Like, I'd be hitting up mum, going, Mum, it'd be like Heart Gold Soul Silver. Mum, send me some money.
Listen, we get this podcast to 100K on YouTube and we start making this. Honestly, we could probably survive on the podcast alone and live out there for $20,000.
It's not Hokkaido. It's Okayama. Let me see if I can.
Okayama? Okay.
Oh, it's not gonna
Oh, that's
focus.
nice.
It looks
Yeah,
really
yeah,
nice.
I see it. Yeah, sick.
$24,000. Look at this porch. Where's the money shot? Where's the money shot? Where's it gone? Sorry for all the audio listeners.
Where is it? Where
You're just
is
gonna have
it?
to imagine.
Oh, yeah, fuck that. That's beautiful.
Yeah,
Yeah, shit.
it's
Shit.
it's got
Well,
like
honestly, we could do it. Let's do it. I'll go
yeah,
teach English. You can, you know. Yep.
just sit there, become
Yeah, yeah. Just
become a
sit there.
porch gremlin. But no one
Yeah,
can look.
yeah.
It's a raised porch as well. That's like 10 feet up in
That's
the air or
nice.
whatever. No one's seen me up there being a porch
Yeah.
gremlin. But no, we'll see what happens. I
That would
think
be fun.
I I am like many people that have
Mhm,
done all the paperwork and emigrated to Australia. And if you've ever emigrated anywhere, you'll understand like the fear it puts in you for. You have no clue what's on the other side. You don't have any belongings. You don't have anything at all to your name, and then you just work it back up. So we're a different breed of people where it's like when I say I do not care about the problems, it's real. It's
mhm,
a real like I do not care. I'll figure it out.
mhm.
And there's not a lot of people on the planet that can do that. Like usually when you see all these
Yeah.
influencers and they're going traveling, it's like there's a secret mummy and daddy pocket behind them that in case anything
Mhm.
goes wrong, they can at least fly back. Or
Yeah.
like when I came here, there was no emergency procedures. The emergency procedures
Mhm,
was I've got $400 in my pocket. That'll get us a hotel for 3 days.
mhm.
I can't afford
Yep.
flights back. Like our stuff is somewhere in the ocean, in the heading to Singapore, and then
Yep.
heading to Perth. It's so if it happens, it happens. If I end
Yeah.
up in the middle of rural Japan and Rachel's left me, then so be it. As long as I have electricity and internet connection, I can still post these podcasts, and you can check in on me every
There
week
we
to see
go.
how I'm doing. And I'll be growing potatoes and leeks and getting eaten by mosquitoes.
That would be quite the turnaround. I don't know. I don't want that to happen, but also it'd be very entertaining to see
It'd
this
be a lot of
happen.
content. It'd be a lot of content for the
It'd be,
channel.
it sure would.
We-
It
No
sure
longer would we
be.
have, oh, my week's been fairly tame. Like, it's not, nothing
Yeah.
much has happened. It's like, I've just been hit by a tsunami. All my potatoes are gone, Luke.
Yeah, we changed this podcast to weekly vlogs, daily vlogs. You wandering the wilderness in rural Japan.
Oh, and I might get a
Oh
tan.
man.
I might get a tan.
Yeah.
It's like, I won't be
Oh shit.
the white boy that I am. And I'll be outside cooking. It's-
There you go. There you
but
literally.
we shall see. Who knows what the future
Yeah.
holds? And
Yeah, for sure.
I'm excited to
That's good, man. I'm happy
tank
for
my
you. That I
career.
mean,
I'm ready for it. Bubble barrel
well, I don't.
shotguns.
I don't think your career is gonna tank. I think you're gonna be just fine. Whatever you choose, you always will land back up on your feet. So it's very awesome that you're getting that opportunity. Whether you take it or not, I mean, obviously, it's up to you. But regardless, it seems like there's pros and cons to both. So obviously, you just pick whichever one you feel is best. And if you pick the contract and they don't renew it, and you're right, and you're going back home, and there you go. And if not, you're just chilling in Perth and living the life, and hopefully you stay away from the ocean and don't get bit by some sharks.
Oh, I ain't going in the war, man. Well, no, actually, it might be time like where I could venture in because
Ooh,
it's winter. So I'm sure
okay,
sharks chase like warmer waters.
they
So
do.
they may start emigrating outside of the west coast and maybe going up towards I don't know, maybe Asia or
Yeah,
something. I don't know
yeah,
where they
they
go.
they tend to.
Um,
Just depends on how cold the water is.
yeah, because I mean, it'll be Baltic today. You're not
Yeah,
really going to have warm. Mind you, the ocean isn't really warm here anyway. So I don't know. Maybe
yeah.
they just like feeding on Australians.
They might. They might like that. They might taste. They might have a good taste to them. You know.
There is an app
Who
for
knows?
shark watch, and they fucking pings off every single day on our local beach, going, "There's like a
That's
6 foot great
that's so
white just
funny.
coming through. Oh, there's you get here. There's a bull. I don't even worry about the great whites. It's the bull sharks, man. The bull sharks, they will just
Yeah,
tear you
they'll
in
fuck you
pieces.
up.
They do.
They'll fuck you up. And then my ass would be like, you'd be like, "Oh, Luke, there's a great white." I'm like, "All right, let's go. Let's go see him."
He's a little
Oh,
puppy.
hi.
The fucking bull shark's like a
He's just a
Rottweiler.
little. Yeah, exactly. Like, oh, look at him. No, I mean, sharks are. I don't know, man. I always had an indifferent between sharks. As someone who grew up on the water and someone who surfs, they always would like warn about like sharks and shit. But like the likelihood of that happening is just so uncommon. Like, yes, it gets reported up the ass when it does happen, and it seems like, oh my god, it's happening. But you think about it, right? Like, you get 10 shark attacks a year, or something like that. That's just 10 out of the year. Out of how many people going into the water, right? Like,
Yeah,
it's kind of
it's
like it's bound to happen. I mean, more people die getting struck by lightning than they do getting attacked by a shark. As but to be fair, people have watched Jaws, and Jaws is a scary fucking movie, and you probably don't
I,
wanna
I
probably
think
don't
that
wanna go in the
was
water.
the I think I've got a friend at work who does a lot of diving,
Yeah.
and he said like there was never this animosity towards sharks until Jaws came out, and then
Mhm.
Jaws just like my fear is rational because I've not watched Jaws. Like this
Yeah.
is deep ingrained in me. I don't know what happened in a previous life. I may have died via shark. Like,
Fair.
like a previous self of Jake has been ravaged by a bull shark.
Yeah. You were at one point a fish, and you were reincarnated into yourself right now, so your
Oh yeah, I
past
might
life
not have
you
even
were
been a
eat
human. I might have just been like, I don't know, just swimming, chilling
a little
out, and
seal.
then a little seal. And then have you seen it where like on Discovery Channel where they like come up at 60 mile an hour and just
Yeah.
wreck it? It's like, I've just been
Yeah.
fucking eaten by a shark. Oh. But
That's
then
funny. But no, that's true.
and then you see killer whales eating them as well, and they're even more savage. But they look
Yeah.
like puppies as well.
Yeah.
We've got no issues with killer whales, but they eat sharks for dinner.
I mean, they got the word killer in their name. What do
Yeah.
you think they do? Give
Oh,
them
it's orca.
hugs? No.
Yeah, orca
No.
sounds cool. It's like, oh, it's orca.
Yeah.
It's a nice
That's
little
yeah.
guy.
Oh,
And then you
yeah.
watch
It's
them
gonna
fucking bullying seals and
murder.
sharks, just
Yeah.
toying with their food
It's
before they
awful.
eat it.
Fucking otters, evil fuckers. They think they're the cutest things in the entire world. Otters are fucking evil. They're just the worst things in the entire world. Like
Oh,
they do awful things.
I have a nice segue from
Awful.
otters. Lego.
Oh,
There's a new Lego set come out, and it's an otter, and it looks really cool. But
oh,
that
cool.
gives us a sidetrack to we always get Pokemon in. We always get Pokemon.
Oh, we do.
New Lego sets are being released for Pokemon, and
Oh,
these ones actually look pretty decent because that Pikachu was,
okay.
let's be honest, that Lego Pikachu was
Not the best.
it was bad, real bad. The
Yeah.
Kanto starters, that biggest set ever, that was insane.
Mhm,
That was a really good one, and the Eevee was kind of cute. This
mhm.
time we're getting a Pokeball with a scene inside, so it's like it's going to open up and
Oh,
it'll have a
that's
scene
sick.
inside. Um, the little Eevee size one is going to be a Munchlax,
Mhm.
which actually looks sick.
Oh,
It
cute.
like actually looks like
Okay.
Munchlax, and then the big one, look, it's Arcanine, and it looks spot on. Like none of these like curves and
Shit.
stuff. It looks spot on, and man,
That's sick.
it's not going to sell out as quick as the Kantos and the Pikachu's and the Eevees,
Yeah.
but these sets look real good,
They look
real
awesome.
good.
Yeah, I bet. Yeah, I mean, if I liked Lego like that, I'd be all over it. But I'm just
You
not a
don't like
Lego guy.
Lego?
I mean, I don't. I like looking at them. I just don't like the process of putting them together.
Oh, that's
Like, I
fair.
just
That's
don't.
fair.
I've never been a builder. I've never been a builder. I've never really liked Legos, or I've never been one to do things. I'm not great with my hands, is what I've learned as a young child. I was never good with Legos, putting little pieces together. I was never putting IKEA furniture together. I've gotten better at it because I've had to do it so much. But goddamn, will I look at a fucking booklet for 45 minutes and trying to figure out how to fucking do it, right? Like I have this little thing right here, and I bought it because I thought it was cool. They're like nano blocks, but they're like Lego, like knockoff Lego,
Oh,
like
yeah, yeah,
stuff
yeah.
like
They're
that.
cool.
They're cool. I've never opened it. It's been sealed for 5 years. And one
Right,
of these days, maybe I'll get
right, Luke.
bored and like put it together. But I'm not it.
We need an
It's not.
episode of you building it.
Oh
Not a
God.
podcast. Not a podcast. I just want like a video that goes up on DHH of you building that little thing.
Oh
What's the build
God.
time on it? Because I'll do it. I've got a spare set. Look, I've got.
I don't know if I even. I think at some point maybe it's been opened. I don't know. Hold on. I'm like
I have
confused.
this.
Oh, well, that's cool. We got mega blocks. See that, but those are bigger. Look how
Yeah,
tiny this shit is. Look how tiny these little
yeah. It won't take you.
bricks
It won't
are.
take you more than like 20 minutes.
Dude, it's gonna take me like 3 hours.
Oh no.
I don't even know. Now I'm like opening it. There's not even instructions.
Oh, there's got to be instructions. Oh, do you get them
No,
online?
there's not. There's no instructions on here. Nothing. Just bags.
Good luck.
It's gonna take me longer to do this, and it's gonna take us longer to finish our project.
We're gonna become the
Like,
next Lego channel. You're gonna set your phone up on a tripod, and we're gonna set some nice smooth jazz, and we're gonna watch you raging, trying to build like.
no.
And then
No,
I'll send you
absolutely.
I'll send you the black pearl, which is like 16,000 pieces or whatever of what you get.
I would cry. I would be like, this is torture. This is like something that you would do as a punishment. Like if we were doing like a game or something like that and I lost, that's what you would make me do as a punishment. Like
Hey, maybe
this isn't fun.
maybe that's the idea. Maybe we start doing
Yeah.
competitive things, and we can make each other give each other
If this
punishments.
if this episode of this podcast gets 10 likes, I'll do it.
Right, I'm gonna buy a like bot.
You asshole. I was gonna fuck with our analytics. Hell no. Do not do that.
We're gonna do and then we battles, and the first time I win, we're gonna be Luke's gonna get. Oh no! Has he crashed? crashed. Luke is now alive, and I think that'll wrap us up. I think he got a bit excited.
Shit, yeah, guys. I think we're done. I think we're gonna just stop this talk before I have to actually do Legos. But as always, guys, thank you guys for each and every week for always listening to us, giving us a like, watching on YouTube, on all your podcast listening episodes. Me and Jake are hard at work working on a bunch of other stuff on the project where they're all on work right now. There's gonna be a lot of content coming in the next couple months out of the DHH. It took us about 6 months to get here, but hey, halfway through the year, you guys are going to get the content that we talked about. It's going to be a lot of fun. But until then, guys, we will see you guys on the next episode. Bye bye.